What's going on, everybody? This is NBK Vamp coming at you with another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be discussing the collapse of Telltale Games. Excuse me. The closure of Telltale Games. Um, so bear with me. First off, I'd like to say that I am back in the headquarters in Philadelphia. Unfortunately, well, fortunately, but also unfortunately, the game has reset itself to the uh that was an awful term. To the last known, you know, update, because it did update itself and reset my truck back here. So, and I'm not sure where we're last. I just noticed we have amassed over 1,300 miles on just this truck. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? Um, I do apologize that I haven't been recording these on a weekly basis like I should be. I've been busy over the last week or two, and also couldn't come up with any good topics. So that's why I always ask you guys to help me with topics. So today's delivery will be frozen fruits from Philadelphia to Boston, and it's going to be 34.5 thousand pounds. So that's our trailer on the left. Did I not? That was weird. So that's our trailer on the left there, far left, or right facing outward, anyways. With that update, I am able to own a trailer. I don't know if I'm going to yet. I probably won't be for a while, just because I see no real huge use in it. It's a lot easier to just haul other people's trailers than to own and manage our trailer, you know? Let me know in the comments if you think I should get a trailer and I'll get one. Okay. So as we get out with this trailer and once we get onto the highway, I'll start our top. I do apologize if you guys can hear this fan. Uh, it's pretty loud, but that's because the RAM is up pretty high. CPU. I actually believe this is the fourth episode, maybe the fifth episode of Errands. It's spelled wrong, but of Trucker's Journal, I believe. But that does, of course, mean that we are very close to the season finale and or season 2 coming up of this. Really, because I didn't know you could cross Jersey from Philly without crossing a bridge, or at least getting on a turnpike. Okay, so starting our discussion for today, again, our discussion and topic of the day is the closing of video game company Telltale Games. They are known for The Walking Dead seasons 1 through 4, uh, Game of Thrones season 1, the video game, the Batman Telltale video game, seasons 1 and 2, Minecraft Story Mode seasons 1 and 2, The Wolf Among Us season 1, and a few other games I can't think of off the top of my head. They also did a Back to the Future game, which I really enjoyed. So, uh, unfortunately, this was, I believe, 3 days ago, as of the filming of this video, which actually this video will be coming out the same day. Um, a big announcement went out everywhere, pretty much. Everyone covered it. IGN. I'm pretty sure Game Informer will have some sort of coverage of it in next month's magazine and a whole bunch of other things. That Telltale Games has shut down, or is shutting down. They've let a lot of their employers go, essentially to work throughout different companies of image. And yeah, apparently the reason for this was because they're not making enough money. Now, I find that hard to believe, but that's what they say, and I'm not going to doubt it. It is quite hard to make sales on anything that's not a battle royale game or Call of Duty or a well-known company nowadays. And that's simply because people are very stubborn. People want crap games and don't want single-player narratives. And it's dying. The genre is simply dying, which is quite sad when you think about it. I just double-crossed the lane. I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. So, there is a big topic to discuss on this matter, which is that they just came out and released last month, I believe it was. It was the middle of August, actually. They released the 4th season which was supposed to be the final season of Walking Dead. And they released the first episode, and they're due to release 2 days from now on the 25th? No, today is the 25th. They were supposed to release today, actually, the second episode, and I'm not sure if they did or not. But the problem arises that people pre-order that game expecting a 5-chapter season, and they're not going to get it. $20 down the drain. I personally did not, because I couldn't. I was thinking about getting season 4, but I'm kind of glad I didn't now. But I didn't because I have so many pre-orders set to, I think I got 3 left within the next 2 or 3 uh, weeks to a month. So I had decided that I didn't have enough money to get a $20 game, and yeah. But anyways, so the problem arises is, will those people that paid for this game be refunded? And if so, how? Because there's people that have bought the physical game, and there's people that bought the digital release. Now, me, I actually just picked up a crap ton of their games on the Ultimate sale. I picked up the first 2 seasons, and I haven't even finished all of this, but I picked up the first 2 seasons of the Batman Telltale Game series, the first 2 seasons of Minecraft Story Mode, the 3rd season of Walking Dead, the first season and only season of Michonne, and a few others, if I'm not mistaken. So, I personally love their games. And it saddens me because there are certain games, which I will mention in a bit here, that I've played that deserve sequels, and we're just never going to get it. And with those games, it's almost heartbreaking. And I know what the Walking Dead fans are thinking. It's heartbreaking to think that we'll never see the ending of, Clementine's story, or the ending of, Big B, I think his name is, Wolf Among Us story. Because they had announced that in 2019 we were going to get a season 2 finally of The Wolf Among Us. And this, I think, was the beginning of the summer they had announced that. What sucks is I'm a Walking Dead fan, but I thought it was very unfair for them to release so many Walking Dead seasons. We had all these different great games that, at least The Walking Dead got 4 if you want to count the 4th season, games or seasons. Whereas Game of Thrones, which is one of my favorites, that was a really, really emotional story, didn't receive a season 2, and their claim for that was that they were waiting on HBO to finish the series before they knew what to go next. Now, I think that was a whole bunch of hogwash, but maybe not. I think the same thing was said pretty much about The Wolf Among Us Season 2. It's been 3 years since Season 1 released, and they just had announced that Season 2 was coming out next year, and now it's not. So, I mean, if people are all upset about Clementine, and believe me, I feel for you, but these guys have to realize that there are people like me who follow their games and will never see the ending of those games. At least you guys got so many years. When did the first season of Walking Dead Telltale came out? If I'm not mistaken, 2012. That's 6 long years you guys got with Clementine. You know, and again, I don't want to hate on anyone. I love the Walking Dead games. I just want to point out the fact that people were crying over that, and I really do feel bad for the workers of Telltale Games. But people are crying over that. But Telltale Games put put off all these other games that are never going to get sequels ever. You know, but I mean, to put it to put it bluntly, Walking Dead they love that idea so much that they even released a offshoot game for Michonne, which I have, but I've heard it's horrible. And they could have worked on more sequels. If anything, um, they could have worked on sequels for Wolf Among Us in that time that they built that game up. I don't mean to sound ungrateful. Like I said, I love their games. I love their company. It's just I'm trying to get the point across that you guys aren't the only ones that's with like it, if that makes sense. So, but we should be getting close to Boston. We are only about a 10 minute, 5 minutes out. In-game time, an hour and a half out. Rhode Island, the Ocean State. Anyone want to see Spooner Street? Mm-hmm. Be cool if they added something like that in, fictional or not. But yeah, that pretty much wraps up my topic. There's not much more. I'd be repeating myself if I kept going. What is this up ahead? Huh, a little town. But yeah, I'd be repeating myself if I kept going with the topic. So that's why I pretty much stopped planning road work ahead. Here's Providence. Which sucks is we've been to these places before. This was all discovered territory. I believe the last thing we were at was Jacksonville, and that was when we were discussing the shooting, which I don't even want to mention that. So actually, we're going in the opposite direction than what we were. We're actually heading up to Canada, but I'll figure something out for the next delivery we do. If you hear voices in the background, that would be my parents. I need to get an apartment. So, 41 minutes out. That's about. Oh, I said 5 minutes before. It's about 5 minutes now. You can never tell with this game. Sometimes it's 5 minutes, sometimes it's 20. It all depends on these turning roads, but we're coming off the next exit, so we are definitely getting close. Of course, we get stuck behind another trucker. That's strange. He was going to pull off here. Huh. "13 minutes left." So as we pull into Boston, what is that? Okay, that's definitely not rendered in right. I wonder if that's a solid object. 'But anyways, as we pull into the delivery company, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Let me know what you guys think about the closing or shutting down of Telltale Games. Um, Let me know if this affects you in any way, if you've ever played the games, and which games you'd like, or liked, I should say. Um, Again, I do apologize if I've offended anyone in any way. I don't mean to offend anyone with the whole Clementine thing. It's just, it sucks that, if you ever played the Game of Thrones game, you'd know where I'm coming from. The ending is, yeah. So, again, thank you for watching. I gotta pull up a little bit. There we go. Subscribe, rate, and comment. Twitter should be in the description below. And I will see. Ooh, this is new. Okay, we're gonna upgrade, and then We'll grab that. And I will see you guys next time. NBK Vamp. Ooh. What an ending. NBK Vamp signing off. Peace.